Ever wondered why sometimes, despite having all the resources, we still feel a sense of unease and anxiety? It's an intriguing question, isn't it? Well, let's embark on a journey to unravel this mystery together. Uncertainty and anxiety are like two sides of the same coin. Uncertainty is an inescapable part of life, an inevitable consequence of our inability to predict the future with absolute clarity. It can stem from various sources: a sudden change in personal or professional circumstances, an unexpected event, or even a global crisis. And it's in these moments of uncertainty that we often find ourselves grappling with anxiety. Now, what exactly is anxiety? Essentially, it's our body's natural reaction to perceived threats or dangers. It's that feeling of unease, such as worry or fear, that can be mild or severe. You see, anxiety isn't always a bad thing. It can act as a form of protection, alerting us to danger and preparing us to deal with it. However, when anxiety becomes chronic, when it lingers even in the absence of a threat, it can have a detrimental effect on our mental and physical well-being. Recognizing the signs of anxiety is the first step towards managing it. These signs can include persistent worry or fear, difficulty concentrating, restlessness, muscle tension, difficulty sleeping, and avoidance of certain situations. It's essential to be aware of these signs, not just in ourselves, but also in those around us. Because the sooner we identify these signs, the sooner we can take steps to address them. But let's not lose hope. Despite the challenges that uncertainty and anxiety present, they are not insurmountable. With the right strategies and mindset, we can learn to navigate through these feelings and even find motivation amidst uncertainty. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll explore how you can better navigate these feelings and find motivation amidst uncertainty. So stay tuned as we embark on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Uncertainty and anxiety, two terms we often hear, but what exactly do they mean? Let's delve into the world of these complex emotions and understand their profound impact on our lives. Uncertainty, by definition, is the state of being unsure. It's an inevitable part of our existence, lurking in the shadows of every decision we make, every path we tread. It could be about an upcoming job interview, the outcome of a medical test, or the direction of a new relationship. Life is full of such uncertainties, and more often than not, they are beyond our control. Anxiety, on the other hand, is a natural response to uncertainty. It's the feeling of unease, such as worry or fear, that can be mild or severe. It's that sinking sensation in your stomach, the racing thoughts, the restless nights. It's our body's way of preparing for potential threats. While a certain degree of anxiety can motivate us to take action, chronic anxiety can be debilitating, interfering with our daily life and well-being. But where does this anxiety come from? It stems from our brain's deep-rooted desire for predictability. Our brain is a pattern recognition machine, constantly trying to predict the future based on past experiences. When faced with uncertainty, our brain perceives it as a threat, sparking a cascade of stress hormones that result in anxiety. But it's not all doom and gloom. Understanding that anxiety is a normal response to uncertainty can be empowering. It's a sign that our body is trying to protect us, preparing us to face potential challenges. However, when this anxiety becomes overwhelming, it can lead to a range of physical and psychological effects, from sleep disturbances and difficulty concentrating to irritability and feelings of dread. In essence, uncertainty is the fuel, and anxiety is the fire. One ignites the other, creating a cycle that can be hard to break. However, the first step towards breaking this cycle is understanding and acknowledging these emotions. Recognizing the signs of anxiety is the first step towards managing it effectively. How can we tell if we're experiencing anxiety? What signs should we look out for? Anxiety can be a silent intruder, subtly affecting our daily lives. It often creeps in without us even realizing it, and before we know it, we're caught in its grip. But the good news is, it leaves signs. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards managing anxiety and regaining control of our lives. One of the most common signs of anxiety is persistent, excessive worry. You might find yourself constantly worrying about things, both big and small, and it's difficult to control these worries. They often feel overwhelming and can interfere with your daily activities. Difficulty concentrating is another sign. If you find it hard to focus on tasks at hand because your mind is filled with worries, this could indicate anxiety. You might also feel restless, as if you need to be constantly moving or doing something. This restlessness can make it difficult to relax or sit still. Physical symptoms such as muscle tension and difficulty sleeping can also be signs of anxiety. You might feel a constant tightness in your muscles, or you may have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep due to racing thoughts. Avoidance behavior is another key sign. If you find yourself avoiding situations or activities because they make you feel anxious or fearful, this could be a sign of anxiety. Avoidance can include things like skipping social events, avoiding certain places, or even refraining from certain activities due to fear or worry. Once we acknowledge these signs, we can then explore strategies to manage anxiety. Remember, it's okay to seek help. If you notice these signs in yourself or someone else, don't hesitate to reach out to friends, family, or a mental health professional. Anxiety can be managed, and you don't have to face it alone. You have the power to navigate your way through uncertainty and find motivation. What can we do when faced with anxiety and uncertainty? Are there strategies to help us cope? These are questions that many of us ask ourselves during challenging times. The good news is that there are several practical strategies to manage anxiety and navigate uncertainty. The first strategy is mindfulness. This involves focusing on the present moment and accepting it without judgment. It could be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to focus on your breath, or engaging in activities that you find calming, such as walking in nature or practicing yoga. Mindfulness not only helps to reduce stress, but also allows us to gain a deeper understanding of our emotions and reactions, enabling us to respond to anxiety in a more constructive way. Another strategy is limiting exposure to negative news. While it's important to stay informed about what's happening in the world, constant exposure to distressing news can increase feelings of anxiety and fear. Try to limit your news consumption to certain times of the day, and focus on reliable sources that provide balanced and factual information. Remember, it's okay to take a break from the news when it becomes too overwhelming. Next, focus on what you can control. Uncertainty often brings a sense of loss of control, which can heighten anxiety. Instead of worrying about things beyond your control, try to focus on actions that you can take. This could be anything from maintaining a healthy diet and exercise routine to setting aside time each day for relaxation and self-care. By focusing on these controllable aspects of your life, you can regain a sense of control and reduce feelings of anxiety. Maintaining a routine is also crucial. A regular routine can provide a sense of normality and predictability amidst the chaos. This could include setting regular times for meals, exercise, work, and relaxation. A routine not only helps to structure your day, but also ensures that you are taking care of your physical and mental health. Finally, stay connected with others. During times of uncertainty, it's easy to feel isolated and alone. However, connecting with loved ones can provide emotional support and a sense of community. This could involve regular check-ins with friends and family, joining online support groups, or seeking professional help if needed. Managing anxiety is one part of the equation. Finding motivation amidst this uncertainty is another crucial aspect. Remember, it's okay to feel anxious during uncertain times. What's important is to acknowledge these feelings and use the strategies we've discussed to manage them effectively. With practice and patience, you can navigate uncertainty with resilience and find motivation to move forward. How do we stay motivated when the future seems uncertain and we're feeling anxious? Staying motivated during uncertain times can feel like a daunting task, but it's not impossible. It's about finding the right strategies, adapting our mindset, and taking one step at a time. Here are some tips to help you find that spark of motivation when things seem unclear. Firstly, let's talk about setting realistic goals. When the future is uncertain, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the bigger picture. But remember, every big goal is just a series of smaller, achievable tasks. Break down your larger goals into bite-sized pieces and set a timeline for each task. This way, your goals become manageable and you get a sense of accomplishment as you tick off each task. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each step forward is a victory against uncertainty. Next, Focus on the present. Uncertain times can make us worry about the future, but remember, the only moment we truly have control over is the present. Engage in mindfulness practices that help you focus on the here and now. This could be as simple as taking a few moments each day to breathe deeply and consciously, or it could involve a more structured mindfulness practice like meditation or yoga. By focusing on the present, you can channel your energy into what you can control right now instead of worrying about the uncontrollable future. Another crucial tip is to celebrate progress. It's easy to overlook our achievements when we're anxious about the future, but it's important to acknowledge every step you've taken towards your goals. Celebrating progress not only boosts your motivation, but also builds your self-confidence. It's a reminder that you're capable of tackling challenges and moving forward, even in uncertain times. Lastly, remember to be kind to yourself. Uncertain times can be stressful, and it's natural to feel anxious or overwhelmed. It's okay to have off days. It's okay to not have everything figured out. What matters is that you're trying, and that's commendable. So be patient with yourself. Show yourself the same kindness and understanding you'd show a friend. In conclusion, staying motivated in uncertain times is about focusing on what you can control, celebrating your progress, and being kind to yourself. It's about understanding that it's okay to feel anxious, but you also have the strength and the strategies to navigate through it. Remember, uncertainty and anxiety are natural feelings, but with the right strategies, you can navigate them and find motivation to move forward. As we wrap up, let's revisit the key points we've discussed today. We've learned that uncertainty and anxiety are natural responses to the changes and unpredictability in our lives. Recognizing the signs of anxiety, such as persistent worry and difficulty concentrating, is the first step towards managing it. We've also explored several strategies to manage anxiety, including practicing mindfulness, limiting exposure to negative news, focusing on what we can control, maintaining a routine, and staying connected with our support networks. In addition to managing anxiety, finding motivation during uncertain times is crucial. Setting realistic goals, focusing on the present moment, and celebrating progress can help keep us motivated and productive. While uncertainty and anxiety are part of life, remember that you have the tools and strategies to navigate them. You're not alone in this journey, and there's always help available if you need it.